The Bengals will take the snap from the 25. Charging ahead. That's a gain of 6. How you perform inside the red zone is often the difference in a game, and we'll get an early taste of that.
No doubt about it, Jim. You got to be creative when you get in the red zone. We'll see what the offense calls.
2nd down, 4 to go. With the contact, the ball comes out. Let's talk about the starters on offense. He was the first running back taken in the 2013 draft out of the University of North Carolina, Giovanni Bernard.
Everybody's looking for a running back like Bernard, a guy that can come in and run the draws, catch the screens, and do the little things to make big plays. And what a great year he had as a rookie in the NFL.
Makes the reception. Cincinnati is in for the score.
When you're in a divisional round of the playoffs, the pressure builds, the teams get tight, but when you're the first one to score like that, wow, what a boost. It makes you feel great. Let the other team chase you.
The Bengals getting ready to kick it off. He'll take it from the 6. Just across the 20 and tackled at the 21. The Broncos offense back on the field trying to make up for that costly mistake the last time they had the ball. The turnover they committed immediately turned into points against them.
Yeah, it did, Jim, but you know what? It's not a perfect game. You got to deal with adversity when you're talking about football. So you made that mistake. Let it go and go out there, be aggressive, and see if you can score some points.
Setting now the defensive lineups. You've got to begin with Geno Atkins. Such a huge wrecking ball presence on that defensive front.
Unfortunately for Geno Atkins, his 2013 season was cut short with an injury, but he's one of the best inside defensive linemen in the NFL, and man, can he rush the passer.
Thomas there to catch a ball that had a lot of heat on it.
Well, the quarterback has such great confidence in the receiver. And why not? He's talented, and every time the football's thrown his way, he finds a way to make the catch.
The give. Anderson's taken down at the 40.
When you run the football like this and you show toughness, there is no doubt when you fake it and try to throw the football down the field, the quarterback's going to have all day to get it done.
Midway through the first. Sanders comes up with the ball. That's his first reception today. How about the way he always locks in and concentrates on the catch?
Man, he's got hands like glue. When you shake his hand, he can break yours because that's how strong they are. So not surprised to see him just reach out and just snatch the football out of the air. This is one good tackling defense. They stay in good position at all times, and we saw it that time, and they stopped the play for a short gain.
For this play, they'll go with 2 tight ends. 2nd and 9. Anderson's handed the football. And it's Geno Atkins there to meet him.
Always good to have these types of runs. Yeah, it's not a first down, but it sends a message. It shows everybody that you can run it when you want to, and also it opens up so many other things for your offense.
The Bengals defense now is going to go nickel. 3rd and 4. Looking across the middle. Ball is out. A recovery by the defense.
Good job by the defense that time, creating.
Before we go any further, they're going to take another look at the last play. Was the knee down, Phil, or was it a fumble first?
I think what we need to do here, let's stop it when the knee hits the ground. And once we stop it, let's look at the football. Does he have possession of it completely at that time? If he does, then it's going to be down. The runner will be down before the fumble occurs.
Review the play. The ruling on the field stands.
So So they took a second look, but the play on the field will stand. Andy Dalton in the shotgun formation. Incomplete. Talib was in the vicinity.
Always has to worry where he is at. So if you have an extra blocker on the offensive side, you double team Von Miller. That's how good he is.
Let's talk about the defense. One of the best pass rushers in the league is linebacker Von Miller.
When Von Miller's on the football field, the offense.
Second and 10. Here's the handoff. And this won't even get back to the line. They'll end up losing one.
Well, when you get in a situation like this, Jim, and you get third and long, I'll tell you what catches a defense by surprise. Run a double move on the outside against the defensive back. Because everybody in the stands and the defensive players all think you're going to throw it short.
He'll throw it over 39. That's reception number 2 for him.
The Bengals put themselves in a terrible situation. Third and long, but you know what? They got a lot of
right tackle down
side, and that was an awesome job of picking up that first down.
Unable to bring it in.
Good job that time by the secondary. They're in good position. They make the play, and it's an incomplete pass by the quarterback.
Looks like they're in press coverage here. Second down and 10. Got the completion. Stewart's going to make the tackle.
When you get aggressive safeties, you like to get up there and try to stop the run. The post route is an awesome way to take advantage of that. Go down the field 10 to 12 yards, plant that outside foot, run towards the goalpost. Nice throw by the quarterback.
And now Dalton slides down.
It's a rough game out there. Avoid hits at all costs. Good job that time by the quarterback sliding before he takes the hit.
It's been all about the defenses today as we welcome you back to the action. And here we have second down.
When you see linebackers moving around like this, that means they're probably going to blitz.
Brings it in for the score in the end zone. They continue to pour it on early in the second quarter with yet another touchdown here, Phil.
Well, I hope the defense learned a little something on that drive. The way they are playing is not working. So you are allowed to blitz in this league. You can take a chance. That's what I suggest. Get after it, be more aggressive, and blitz that offense.
And the tackle's made right around the 25-yard line. The Bengals defense, Phil, has been the story of this game.
Yeah, so few words. That's not like you. Usually it takes more words than that to describe what's going on, but you're right. They've been dominating physically, just
on his way. The 30, the 20, the 10, all the way home and all alone. Touchdown.
To me, still one of the most exciting plays in NFL football. A long running play for a touchdown. And how about that one? It had it all in its speed. Good moves, good blocks. Exciting touchdown.
The Broncos ready to boot the football down the field. He'll have a chance to take off. And the tackle's made right around the 26-yard line. The Bengals really have this offense cranking, Phil. They've scored on their last 2 series.
You know, what we see now in the NFL, so many different ways to move an offense. Screens, run plays, power plays, trick plays. Right now, everything working on the offensive side. Bernard's a dangerous runner when you give him room to run, but there is no room this time. What a job by the defense. They bottle him up for a short gain.
The Bengals from the 27. Jackson Wilson in on the stop.
Well, he's in the NFL because of this, because this guy can break tackles. Good job on that play.
The Bengals have it at the 34. They call his name again.
That time, nice job. Offensive line gives him a little hole, and he gets in there and shows his toughness and picks up the first down.
Dalton's got 2 tight ends on the field for this snap. He runs with it right up the gut. Second and 10. Andy Dalton down the field. Jumps high and comes down with it. Stewart's the injured player, and we'll take a break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. After the long gain, let's see what they do here. Von Miller gets to the quarterback.
That's an awesome job by the outside linebacker. He gets a sack on the quarterback, and nowadays you've got to do it all if you're an outside linebacker. You've got to be tough against the run, cover receivers down the field, and yes, plays like that get to the quarterback.
Easy catch there. No one near him.
You know, when you throw the football like that down the field, you pick up a first down. Now you can do anything you want on the offensive side, and you've got that defense guessing.
Dalton's now completed 4 in a row. Let's see what they do on first down following that huge play. Gets the handle here. Marshall's all over that offense and brings him down.
Got to give the defense some credit on first down. There's so many things the offense can do. They were ready for that play, and they stopped it. Look what the defensive line is doing. They're all pinching down inside. They're expecting a run.
Marshall's there to take him down.
Giovanni Bernard showing everybody he's not a finesse player all the time. When you need to bulk up and just run that football inside, he can get it done. Good job of running in the red zone right there and picking up solid yards.
Dalton's got it in the gun. And it's swatted away.
Good job that time by the defensive player. He reads the quarterback, gets in position down near his own end zone, knocks that pass down.
The kick is through for 3. We're beginning to see this team assert their dominance in this game midway through the second, although this time it's just a field goal. Still, it opens up a lead.
I'm looking at the team that's losing right now. When are they going to stand up and just say, I've had enough, and go out there and start fighting?
Jones is coming out onto the field for this next series, and what a rock he's been for that defense throughout this first half so far.
Yes, he has. You know, sometimes it's not about how good of a player you are, and it's about leadership. And he has leadership, and he leads his guys. That's why they're good.
As we've seen today, this is a team that's dedicated to the run, and it's paid off with some very good stats on the ground.
Well, it shows you what the coach thinks. He believes in running the football, and when you believe in it, what happens to your football team? They become tough, and they have shown that toughness here today. That's why they have such a good ground game going.
3rd and 7 coming up. 2 tight ends on the field here. The Broncos from the 27. And it's batted down.
That was a good call by the defensive coordinator. He called the right defensive play. The defender's in position and knocks down that 3rd down throw.
We'll see what he can do here. Trevathan that time on the tackle. And a run back of about 11. The Bengals offense was pretty anemic in the early stages, but suddenly explosive here in quarter number 2.
Wow, have they been ever. Just turned everything around. It's just good play, good hustle, and execution by everybody on the offensive side.
Jackson takes him to the ground. And we've reached the 2-minute warning. Glad to have you back as we come out of the 2-minute warning here in the first half. The Bengals have it at the 34. Makes the reception. That picks up 11. The Bengals are leading in this one, and a lot of that goes back to the play of this quarterback, Phil. Dalton's been in rhythm so far today.
He has been in rhythm. He is hot. Some days, Jim, when you warm up, you know you have it, and that's what happened to this guy today. When he was warming up, he had it, and he has it in the game. The Bengals on their offensive play sheet, they don't have... plays for third and long situations, but that is a really nice job that time by the offense, the quarterback. They pick up the first down. That'll get you going.
Dalton will take it from the gun. And that's a 2-yard gain. This will be second down. Quarters formation here for the defense. Handoff. Fights off the hit. Bernard looking for a lane. He's averaged about 2 yards a carry on the day.
Bernard's trying to be patient, but there is nowhere to run that time, and he only gets a short gain.
Dalton's back in shotgun formation. Sanu with the catch.
Well, but there's under 2 minutes to go. Good job by the offensive ball carrier that time. He knows he can get no more yards. He steps out of bounds to stop the clock.
Let's see how they back up the big play here. From the gun, Dalton. In his hands, complete. Touchdown. We're approaching halftime, and with that touchdown, they have a little extra breathing room before the break.
Oh, man, they're inhaling big time, and they love the way they feel right now where they're at in this football game. On the defensive side, listen, you got some information. You saw what they're doing on the other side, so make some adjustments and find a way to get back in and get a way to win this game.
Gets out past the 20 and brought down at the 24. Emmanuel Sanders retaking the field. He's been off his game in this first half, Phil.
Yeah, it's been an awful game all around, but the star wide receiver is having an absolute terrible day so far. And if they want to win, he better pick it up, find ways to get open, and hope this quarterback gets him the football.
They bring in the extra tight end. First down at the 36. They bring him down at the 44-yard line. The Broncos signal for a timeout. They have 2 remaining. Second down here. The Bengals set at the line. Dime package from the gun. Reaches out and grabs it. That's his first reception today. The Broncos will use a timeout here. They'll talk it over before running a play on first down. The ball is spotted at the 49. First down and 10. Looking to go deep. Jumps up and hauls it in. A timeout charge to the offense. From inside the red zone. First down following the long play. Got hit on release. huddle at the 20. Out of the gun. Looking long. Makes the catch, but didn't get the feet down. Incomplete.
And quarterbacks love to throw the football high and far down the field. That time, the quarterback doesn't do that, and he underthrows the receiver.
The kick is good.
Well, this guy's a machine. Every time he gets a chance to go out there and kick a field goal, it is right down the middle. Good job by the offense, good job by the kicker.
Takes off from the 5. And the tackle's made right around the 26-yard line. A good first half of action here, and soon we'll be sending you to Orlando and to our host, Larry Ridley. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And Bernard is brought down. That return's good for about 21. Looking at the stats now, you see 2 wide receivers who have filled the role of being a #1 option today.
Yeah, you always want one wide receiver to step up for your football team and focus on him and see if he can get it done. But I'll tell you this, in the NFL now, you need 3 good wide receivers on every single team. Good job by the defensive line, shifting all down inside. I think they're expecting a run up the middle.
Marshall's the one who brings them to the ground.
Well, the defense, they give them a first down there. They're behind. They just can't sit back there and keep bending. You got to take some chances. Go on the offensive, on the defensive side, and just make things happen.
The Bengals take it from the 38. Malik Jackson chases him down.
This might not be nice to say, but every once in a while it's kind of fun to watch the quarterback get sacked like that. Good job by the defensive end.
The Bengals will take the snap from the 30. After a short delay, now they'll run it.
In a situation like this, 3rd and long, if you're the defense, catch them by surprise and blitz.
The Bengals are at the line of scrimmage with a pair of backs split behind the quarterback. From the gun. He reaches up and grabs it. The Bengals are in front thanks to their quarterback. Dalton's done everything he can to keep his team on top.
He has been so efficient here today. Very smart making decisions. And when you put those 2 things together, that's why your football team is winning.
Marshall's the one who made the big stop.
Good job by the defense. They stopped the offense that time on first down. Now the defense is in a good situation.
The Broncos lined up in the nickel. The Bengals have it at the 44. The Bengals get a first down. It's been... More of the same out of this wide receiver today, Phil. Another big day.
They really rely on him to have a good game every single week. They always feature him in the passing game. He comes through, one of the better athletes at the wide receiver position.
And Bernard is brought down. As they continue to lead, you do wonder if this team will run the football more, even though it has been really ineffective to this point.
No, I'd say this. I would go with the pass. You know, you can win the game in the NFL just passing the football. That's what they're going to have to do here today. The run game, it's been rough, and I don't see it changing.
Brings it in. Going to take it home for the touchdown. With that score, they now have a nice buffer to work with over this last quarter and a half.
They do, but this game is not over. Now you got to come out there on the offensive side, and you got to find a way, come up with some new plays, take a chance, and get back in this game. It's not over.
Dalton's going to watch his defense come out here in a moment. He was good for over 70 passing yards on that last touchdown drive. Gets out past the 20 and brought down at the 24. The Bengals defense starts this series knowing the last time they were out here, they allowed a field goal.
Yeah, it was not a good drive for them, and I know the coaches were upset. I was watching them on the sideline yelling at a few guys, so I expect a better effort this time out.
They're able to move the chains after that last run. Double tight end formation.
Dunlap wraps up the quarterback.
That's a sign of a good defense. When you can sack the quarterback, when you're just rushing the defensive lineman, you don't need any tricks, you don't need any blitzes. Man, that's talent.
Finds Thomas. That's his 5th catch of the day.
My gosh, the wide receivers in the NFL, it's incredible. It's not that you have one. Every team has 2 and 3, and some have 4. Good job that time by him hauling in that pass.
The Broncos will set up. The 44 is the first down line. Going to be a penalty here.
Holding. Defense.
The Bengals defense lined up going with the 46 defense. Handoff out of the I formation.
Nice job that time by the defense. They were ready for the run. Nowhere for the running back to go, and they stopped him for a short gain.
The Broncos from the 37. Reaches out and snatches it. And he's brought down by A.J. Hawk.
The Broncos that time, they can't get big yards, but the throw and catch picks up a few, and his third down's much easier with this situation.
The Broncos take it from the 43. The Broncos now move the chains, and now they'll be on the other side of the 50 after this play.
The key to being a really good route runner and running these drag routes across the field is show some courage. Don't worry about what's in front of you. The quarterback will take care of that.
First down at the 49. Picks up maybe 3.
Got to give a lot of credit to the defense. They were all over the run that time, and they only give up a short gain.
The ball is spotted right at the 46. 2nd and 8. Scans the field. And methodically, he just throws it away.
It's 3rd down coming up.
The Broncos in the pistol formation. The pass is complete to Thomas.
Good job by the defense. Staying in the right spots. They give up the short pass. They make the tackle. And now we have 4th down coming up.
Welcome back. We've got a blowout in the making. Going for it on 4th down.
The Broncos step up to the line, employing now their jumbo package.
I can't give all the credit to the offense here. They go for it on 4th down here in the second half. Even though they're losing, the defense should have known that that play was coming, and they should have stopped it.
He's scrambling now. The Broncos came into today's game with that renowned, dangerous passing attack. Every team knows that, and we've seen somebody now finally game plan and keep them in check, Phil.
Wow, what a job by the defense. They have been solid. They have confused the offense. That's why this offense is struggling, but also the offensive line has had some spotty play. When you have spotty play by the offense, the quarterback is usually going to follow.
1st and 10. Anderson's going to secure the handoff. He's brought down at the 20-yard line.
Jim, when you get inside the other team's red zone, inside the 20-yard line, and you're down some points, you're thinking touchdown in these situations.
The grab by Vernon Davis.
That's his first reception today. This is the 14th play of this series.
First and goal.
Anderson's going to take the handoff now. He's averaging 5 yards per carry on the day.
The Broncos, they believe in their offense. They know once they get inside the red zone, they can run or throw. That time they run the football, and it picks up some good solid yards. Great job by the offensive line.
There's a flag out. Pump fake.
Holding offense.
That penalty is, of course, going to be accepted by the defense.
The Broncos lined up in the pistol.
Second and long.
And it's in the hands of Emmanuel Sanders.
Jim, I just want to say this to the quarterback. It's third and goal. If the play's not there, throw it away. Do not force the action. Now he's going to change the play. And look out. I think he's going to go down the field with the football.
And it's knocked down.
Gets tight down here in the red zone. So if you're a defender, read the quarterback. You make a quick break on the football. Hey, you get in a position like this, and you can knock it down.
And that'll close the gap.
That time on fourth and goal, the offense goes for it. The defense is all excited. They want to try to stop them, and they make bad mistakes and give up the touchdown.
The Bengals kick return team doesn't appear to be too phased. Yes, they've given up some points, this team, but they still have the huge advantage on the scoreboard. Scores 31-17. The Bengals ready to go on the march again, and that's exactly what they've been doing here lately. They've taken it all the way down the field on the last 2 possessions for touchdowns. Phil, can they make it 3 straight?
Let me say this to you, Jim. It's just not that easy. As we're watching this game and how they're playing on the offensive side, they make it look easy, but trust me, I was down there one time. It's a hard job.
The Broncos defense brings in an extra member of the secondary. They'll go nickel.
Second down and 12. Dalton delivers it to Bernard.
Good job that time by the quarterback. You got to lead in the fourth quarter. Don't take chances. Nobody open down the field. So he throws it short, and he gets a completion.
Dalton standing back in the shotgun, ready for the snap. Catch made.
You know, as a quarterback, sometimes you got to trust that arm and throw the football past the first down marker. There were guys open, but no, he takes the safe route, throws it short. Defense makes the tackle, and here we are staring at a fourth down.
We'll see what he can do here. Gains 11. Thomas been less involved as this game's gone on, Phil. He was a big factor early, but he's been taken away by this defense.
Yeah, you got to look at it, Jim, and say, well, the defense is not dumb. They made some adjustments, and they made it much tougher for the offense to get the football to the wide receiver.
First down at the 43. The give out of the eye. The Bengals all season long have won the turnover battle, and today it's more of the same.
When you look at turnovers, it really, to me, comes down to one thing. That means you have a lot of speed on the defensive side. You can hit them before they are ready, and that's what they're doing here today.
And at the 37, he'll be brought down. First down on the way. Makes the catch. Gains 12.
I like this. Show some patience. Don't try to get it all in one play. Pick up first downs and try to go down the field and score.
The Broncos in the pistol.
It's a 2 tight end formation.
They'll go ground.
Ray Maualuga in on that last tackle. Second down after going to the ground game the first play. Look at that concentration as he makes the grab. Let's see if they can complete another one. This time perhaps for the first down. Third down coming up. Anderson's taking the handoff. That's a huge third down conversion, especially after all of the failures leading up to this point. Defense ready in the goal line formation on this one. First and goal from the 3. Makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown. Well, the touchdown still gives them a chance. Slim chance, albeit, but still with a chance to pull this one out in the end.
Yeah, it is slim, but listen, it's never over. You and I have done so many games where we've seen miracle finishes, so let's don't put this one in the win column for the team yet. Let's see if the other team can find a way to win.
Jones taking a knee here, so the ball will be spotted at the 20. As we see the stats now, you really like what both guys have been able to do at wideout today, Phil.
Yeah, they have been spectacular out there on the field. The numbers are awesome. This league, once again, we know it's about to pass, and we saw it here today.
The Bengals now march to the line. Tightly contested game here in the fourth. The score's 31-24. First down at the 20. Marshall wraps up the quarterback and takes him to the ground. Dalton's in a whole lot of pain right now. We'll take an injury timeout and be back in just a moment. If they're going to have any chance at all here late in the fourth, the defense must make a big stop and give the ball back to the offense. Game's about 3. That's a timeout by the D. He's averaged about 2 yards a carry on the day. That last play was a run. Third down coming up. We're late in the game, and the offense is in no hurry. Stands in the pocket. It's intercepted.
That was an awesome job by the defense. They just read the quarterback's eyes. They got in position, and they made the interception.
The Broncos offense looks unstoppable. Touchdown drives the last 2 times they've had it. And here they go again, Phil.
Yeah, they've been very good, Jim. They're taking advantage of situations and scoring touchdowns, and we know that's what you must do. If you don't get these touchdowns, what happens later in the game, it always comes back to bite you.
Coming out of the 2-minute warning, and the offense trying to race down the field and win this game. All is out. They recover their own fumble. This is an almost must-convert scenario. Third down coming up here in the late stages. Yes, that's 4-down territory, but you don't want to face make or break at this point.
Yeah, on the defensive side, now it's time for the coach to do his job. Be aggressive. Call a defense that the offense has not seen so far today. If you do that, I think you'll catch them by surprise.
Well, the defense was trying to come up with the big stop there, but the offense is able to keep the chains moving.
Well, there's just no panic in the offense when you see what they've done so far here today, Jim. They kept their heads about it, and they just calmly executed that third down play.
He's now pushed past 120 yards rushing today.
In the NFL, it's all about situations now. You're down. There's under 2 minutes to go. Good job by the offensive player. He picks up some good yards and then gets out of bounds and stops the clock.
Now on first down, every snap crucial the rest of the way. He's averaging 5 yards per carry on the day.
Got to be a little more creative on the offensive side. When you're down a score here late in the game in the fourth quarter, you got to mix it up. That run is not going to make it work.
Second and goal from the 6. Can't hold on here as this ball's incomplete.
I love situations like this. This is a big play in the game. This really could decide who's going to win or who's going to lose.
This is a big third down snap. Huge play coming up. Offense looking for one more play to make. Third and goal from the 6. Vernon Davis with the catch. And pick up about 4.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
It's an illegal block in the back, and they now will be backed up some yardage.
Yes, always remember as a blocker, you need to get your head in front of the defender, and you got to get your front shoulder in front also to make it legal.
Back at the line. They're going for it on fourth. The Broncos turn the ball over on downs. And he'll go back to the sideline, kicking himself that they could not find a way to get the first down and kept the drive going as they were on their way for what appeared to be a winning drive.
Well, there's a lot of people to blame on that drive. I don't think anybody did a good job. The offensive line, the receivers, and the quarterback, they're all at fault.
The Broncos stop the clock in a hurry, trying to hold on to every precious second. Second down, tough field position here. Second down and 10. Hill's got it on the handle. He's brought down. The Broncos will call for the timeout. They need every second to be preserved at this point. Third down and must be extremely careful with the football. The Bengals will set up. The 12 is the first down line. Third and 10. Tate's got it on a pass that had some heat. And he's tackled at the 30-yard line. That's another reception, giving him 2. One team has secured its spot in the conference championship, while the other disheartened to know they were this close to the NFL's Final Four. Well, partner, one team is headed home for the offseason after losing today in the divisional round.
Oh, the dreaded words for any football player, the offseason, unless it's after you win the Super Bowl, to lose this late in the game, Jim. So when you're so close to getting a chance to go to the Super Bowl,